What Air Berlin gives to easyJet is the opportunity for us to be number one in the Berlin market, which we will become. Whilst Tegel stays open, then we have a very strong position within that airport. If that does close and concentrates into Brandenburg, then obviously we will begin to bring our operation at Schönefeld and Tegel essentially together. So it makes real sense for us to take a major position in what is, I think, the third biggest market in Europe. It's a growing and a dynamic city. It's got huge amounts of travel into and out.
And you're not expecting Eurowings to attack you in your big markets?
Well, Eurowings will be a very significant player in Germany, and I expect they'll be a significant player in Berlin, but they have a different cost base to us, and I'm very confident that we compete effectively with them.
When you say different cost base, it means higher costs.
That's being polite, really.
That's really what you're saying. You're saying that you don't expect a low-cost airline run by Lufthansa to achieve the same cost levels as you are.
Well, what I'm saying is that we're very focused on our cost base and passing that value on to the consumer.
Okay.
And
talking about the consumer, you mentioned worldwide by easyJet.
Yeah.
Perhaps explain what that concept means.
So I think this is genuinely exciting. What we're trying to do is to use technology to begin to step change traditional legacy models of interlining. We're creating essentially a marketplace where we link our short-haul network with that of longer-haul providers. So we've launched it, and we use airports, actually, the innovation of airports, particularly starting with Gatwick Airport, who are, I think, very innovative, to begin to kind of link together the ground operation on behalf of the customer. So this is something which a legacy airline would have done themselves previously, and now it's essentially three parties who are doing it. There's us, there's a long-haul carrier.
There are a lot of airport operators, investors, and finance directors here. What do you want from an airport as easyJet? What is your ideal airport?
Our ideal airport, blimey. So I think it has to start with a really good customer experience. We have a program called Airport of the Future, actually, which is how we see an airport beginning to develop. And actually, we've done a lot of work with London Gatwick on that. There are a number of components to that. So number one is actually the airport thinks about things from a consumer's perspective and certainly looks at its audience flows. It's something I worked in automotive, I worked in banking, and we spent a lot of time actually thinking about how those consumer environments practically worked. And I don't always feel that airports quite do that in the same way. And so with Gatwick, we spent a lot of time just looking at how customers actually flow through the airports and how that can be designed to work in the most seamless and frictionless way for the customer, and how we can begin to use technology to be able to aid them to do the things that they want to do. Just a few examples of that, really. Number one is at Gatwick now, there's the biggest auto bag drop in the world.